Hello friends, today I'm going to teach you In My Life, the Beatles, Lennon and McCartney. This is a great song. Let's start with the form of the song. We start with an intro. Right? And then the verse, there are places I remember all my life. Goes into the verse. There's verse 1, and then it goes to verse 2. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one. Then after verse 2, they have a break. And then after the break, we have the second half of the verse. Though I know I'll never lose affection. We do the second half of the second verse, and then we do a coda. In my life, I'll love you more. And then we do an intro for the outro. And that's the whole thing. So, let's talk about this a little bit. I've got, I'm using a G chord. I know that some of you are going to say, wait a minute, that's not in the key of G. I know it's in the key of A. Yes, it is in the key of A. And I tried to do this little intro with an A chord, and I just couldn't get what I wanted to, so I decided to put it in the key of G, and it worked perfectly, so that's what I do. If you want it in the key of A, what you do is you take this little guy, which is a capo, and you put it on the 2nd fret, right? You know how to do this. We've talked about this before. Put the capo on the 2nd fret. Voila! You've got the key of A. There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed, okay? But I'm not going to talk about the key of A today because the intro that I've devised is in the key of G. So that's what you do if you want it in the original key. Key of G. We got a G chord. To D. This is the intro. G to D. There are places. D, I'll re. E minor. Remember. And then we've got like a G chord. Yeah, G chord with an F bass and an F on top. All my life, C to C minor, though some have changed. Do we do it again? Some forever, not D, not for better. E minor to that G with an F bass and an F on the top. Some are gone, some have gone, and some remain. G, all these places, E minor, have their moments. C, with lovers and friends. Now you can do an F bar chord, or you can do an F, 4-string F chord. Lovers and friends I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. I like to do a little A sus4 right there. In my life, C to C minor. I love them, I've loved them all. Then we do a little intro thing. Verse 2, but of all these D friends and lovers, E minor, G with an F sharp bass, F bass, excuse me, there is no one compares with you, G, and these memories, D, lose their meaning, E minor, F bass with a G chord, when I think, C, of love, C minor, something new, G, though I know, E minor, this is just like the first verse, I'll never lose affection. C, for F people and things that G went before. I know, E minor, I'll often stop and think about them. A to A sus4, back to A. In my C, life, C minor, I'll love you more, G. That little intro thing again one time. Then we go to the break. Do 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 G C fall down G. Do it again. G to D and to E minor to G and to C minor and back to G. Second half of second verse. Though I know E minor, no, I'll never lose affection. C for people and things. F that went before G. Though I know I'll often stop and think about them. A to A sus4 to A. In my life, C minor. I'll love you, G more. Oh. Little intro thing again. Here we go. Coda. In my life, C minor. I'll love G more. And then we're done. You see that? Okay, so what we're going to do here is now we're going to go to, I'm just looking at my time right there, see how many minutes I've actually been talking to you. Okay, let's look at, let me give you a right hand look. You know, I gave you the chords here, G, okay, there's the G, right? I'm not using this finger, I'm muting that A string. To D, regular D, E minor, and this G with an F bass. Interesting little chord, you know, you've got your F on the bottom and F on the top right there. And I'm not playing the A string, okay? I'm only playing these three inside strings, second, third, fourth strings with these 5 fingers. And I'll show you in just a second. C, all my life, just a regular C chord. C bar chord. Though some have changed. Is there any other chords? Oh, A. I just did A with one finger. And then did an A sus4 back to A like that. Let's see. Oh, F. When I did F, I love that low F bar chord because that F note goes to a G. Like that. F to G. Okay. You can do this F, you know, to G, but the problem is you've got that note going to that low G note. You could do that if you wanted to. I don't do that. I do the F. Low bar chord to the G chord like that. Are there any other chords? Scanning. Nope, no other chords. So let me show you exactly how I do the... Here, let's get this right here. Here's my G chord. There are places oops, sorry, wrong chord. Places I remember all my life. Where'd I go? Oh, C. Life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone, and some remain. All these places have their moments with lovers and friends. I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life, I've loved them all. But okay, let's change directions right here. I'll show you. But of all these friends, let's see. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares with you. And these, let me get that chord out of the way so it doesn't distract you. And these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I'll love you more. Do-do-do-do-do. before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. In my life, I love you more. And there we go. There's the whole thing. All right, so quailstudios.com. Come on over to quailstudios.com and check us out. We've got the lead sheet over there. We've got the lead sheet in the description below. Just click down there. You can find it. What else have we got? Oh, I'm on Twitter. Let's see. Oh, I'm over at Reddit every once in a while, making comments in the guitar lessons section. And you can find the link below if you want to look at that. Patreon, though. I'm over at Patreon, and we do videos there before we do videos here on YouTube. And you can find a couple of other things that are not posted. And we're trying to step everything up. But we would really appreciate if you would give us a tip over there, $1 a month or more. And you can also be a part of our drawing. So check it out. We'll see you around.